Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and I am that doll collector. Thank you so much for choosing to watch my video today. If you are new here today, welcome. And thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you see today, please consider subscribing. Just hit that subscribe button. It never costs you any money to subscribe. All it costs is a little bit of your time. Also, thank you to all my new subscribers, all my subscribers that I've had since the first day I made my first video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for encouraging me to keep coming back and making more content and sharing more of my baby dolls with you. Well, today we are here to participate in another tag. Today we are going to participate in Best Friends Club. And Best Friends Club is hosted by Lori at Reborn Huggles. I will have the link to her channel in the title of this video. If you have not gone over and visited Lori's channel, please do so. She has some very beautiful dolls and some fun content. So anyway, today to participate in the tag, I have little Corbin. Yes, this is little Corbin. Corbin is the my sweet Snuggleosaurus is his sculpt name. He is an Ashton Drake doll. And he's so cute, that big happy smile on his face. Look at how happy he is. He has the prettiest blue eyes. And Corbin is very unique. I do not have him turned on now, but he has a switch in his back that you can turn on. He's got a battery pack. And then when you touch his little cheeks, he does like a little dinosaur roaring. He's very adorable. I've had him on my channel one time for sure. It's been quite a while, probably last summer. So I decided, I think it's Corbin's turn to participate in a tag. So anyway, Lori picks a theme for us to dress our babies to each week, and it's usually on a Thursday when we change our babies. And this week she picked the theme pets. So dress your babies in anything that has any piece of clothing or that has a pet of any kind on it, or also show maybe some pet loveys. So today with us, you'll see sitting around Corbin, I have some dogs, because that is the pet that we are going to be talking about today. Are some of my pet dogs that I've had. And this one right here, this Shar-Pei dog, this is Mr. Wrinkles, looking so cute with his red bandana. And this one here, this is a 1980s, he's called a fluffy dog. This is a fluffy dog, and its name is Rags. And then this cute little one right here, this was actually my grandfather's stuffed animal before he gifted it to me. And he named this little one Trinket. So let me show you what we are going to be dressing Corbin in today. It's going to be this sleeper, and I think if you've been watching my channel, those of you that have been with me for a while now, you've probably already seen this sleeper, but I put it on a different baby. So now this time we're going to put it on Corbin, and it's got all kinds of little dogs doing all kinds of different things on it. And I think the dog is looks like it might be like a pug, a little pug dog of some kind. They have little balloons and flowers and all kinds of things. So while I dress Corbin today, I'm going to be talking about, like I said, some of the dogs that I have had as pets. So I am mostly a cat lover. I've always had cats. I currently have one cat. Her name is Paprika. But I've also had dogs, and it's been a long time since I've had a pet dog. Um, the last time I actually had two pet dogs was when I was married, and that was in the 90s when I had them. But up to that time, I have had several dogs as pets growing up. The first dog I ever remember, well, barely remember, I think I was just a baby when my mom and dad had this dog. They had a little Chihuahua, and her name was Midget. I think they called her Midgie. We had her, and then after her, we had um, a little, oh, what was she? She was a poodle and a, well, they said she was a terrier and poodle cross. They called her a terrapoo, but I think, and we all thought that she was more Maltese. So she was like a Maltese poodle cross, and we named her Tinkerbell. We had her for a long time. And then we also had a boxer named Fran. We had, or no, not Fran, Fawny. We had a boxer named Fawny. We had an outside hunting dog. That was my brother's dog. And her name was Fran. She was a German short hair hunting dog. Very good hunting dog, in fact. But hunting dogs are very hyper. You have to exercise them and keep them busy. They're always wanting to track the scent of something. So, you know, we had to kind of keep her on a chain kind of by the barn because she would get into trouble and try and hurt things that she shouldn't be hurting. So anyway, so we had her, and then we also had an outside dog for many, many years, and he was a border collie cross dog, and we named him Biscuit. And let's see, after that, we got mom and dad were milking cows, and they wanted a cattle dog to try and round up the cows every day to come in, you know, to get up into the barn, into the feedlot, so they could get them into the barn. And so we got a Australian Shepherd, and we named her Fancy. So we had her. And that is the last dog that I remember having when we still had the farm when I was growing up. Fancy was the last one. But then when I got married, my ex-husband and I, we adopted a little Pomeranian, and she was black and white, and her name was Xena. We named her Xena after the Warrior Princess, that TV show. And let me tell you, that little dog, if any of you have had Pomeranians, they are very feisty. Oh my gosh. That Xena was a little dog, but she had a big dog attitude. Oh my goodness. She ruled the roost in the house, let me tell you. Yeah, nobody got their way when she was around. She was very feisty, little Xena. And yeah, she loved to go on walks. You would just say the word walk, and she would get so hyper she would start spinning around and around. We called it the spinnies. She would get the little spinnies, and she would spin around, and she loved to go for walks. So much that one summer, or I guess it was in the fall actually, my ex-husband and I, we took her on a trip to the Bighorn Mountains. And so that was fun. She did really well. I did have a little carrying pouch for her, so in case she got tired, but I hardly had to use it. She did really good. So yeah, so that was our little Xena. She lived for a long time. And you know, the thing with pets is a lot of times, well, most of the times, you end up outliving them. And the thing that is so hard, and this is with any pet, is when you have to make the decision of when they are no longer comfortable, and you kind of have to help them pass on to the Rainbow Bridge. I'll just put it like that. And that is what finally happened with Xena. I had to make that decision. She got very old, and she started having accidents, and and their hair falls out, and she just wasn't comfortable anymore. So, but she was a lot of fun when she was here with us. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about a time when she was a puppy. You could not leave your socks on. She would pull your socks off. It didn't matter where you were sitting, who it was. She just thought that everybody should not have their socks on. So it took us a long time to try and break her of that habit. And then I'll tell you, we had another dog too. We had a bigger dog. Also, when we had a little while after we had Xena, we adopted a German Shepherd. And that dog was very smart. Oh my gosh, if you guys have ever had experienced a German Shepherd dog, they are very intelligent, as was ours. And her name was Greta. We actually adopted her from some friends of ours who had gotten her from the Humane Society. She had been dropped off there, and they weren't having very much luck with her. My friend's husband was kind of a loud person, and she needed a home that was quiet, because every little loud noise, or if you would even open up a pop can, she would have an accident on the floor. She was that touchy. So we decided to take her and work with her, and she did very well. She did get over that, and we got her to where she was doing very, very well. Okay, I had to have a short little pause there because my light in the background just decided to turn off for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, so that was Greta. That was her name, our German Shepherd, and she was very smart. Well, there was one time, I will tell you, I'll just tell you how smart she was. I think she could understand exactly what we were saying to her a lot of times. I think we underestimate our pets sometimes. And because of this, she had several toys. She had several stuffed toys that she liked. And she had, for every season, I would swap them out. So for Christmas, she had a Santa Claus. And for Thanksgiving, she had a turkey. And the turkey, when you would squish it, it would go gobble, 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 gobble. It would make that noise. And the Santa Claus would go, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. So all through the night, you would hear her toys going off. She would be playing with it. And she also had a red bone. It was like a squeaker red bone. And there was one morning where she came out into the kitchen, like she normally would when I was putting my lunch together. And she had one of her toys. I think it was like her it was something other than the one that I was talking to her about anyway. I can't remember if it was like just a regular bone, or maybe her turkey or something like that. Anyway, she had that toy, and I go, "Oh, well, where's your bone, Greta?" And so she kind of cocked her head at me, and then pretty soon she trotted out into the living room. She come back and she had a rawhide. And I said to her, "No, not that bone. Where's your red bone?" And you know what she did? She went back into the living room and she brought me her red squeaker bone. And I just about fell on the floor. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you really do understand what I'm saying to you." So anyway, she was a very nice dog, very loving. I'm glad we adopted her. She didn't live as long as what Xena did. I think big dogs a lot of times don't. And one night, when my husband came home, she had passed away. We always put gates up and kept them in the kitchen when we were at work. And he came home one night, and found her passed away on the rug in front of the one door that we didn't use all the time. And the vet said that they thought that she had either a brain aneurysm or a heart attack or something like that. But anyway, that was our Greta and our Xena. I've had many dogs, and they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of responsibility, more than what a cat is, I should say, but a lot of fun. So anyway, here is my little Corbin, all dressed for Best Friends Club. He has his little sleeper on. I'll bring him closer so you can see his little dog sleeper. He's just a cutie patootie here with Mr. Wrinkles, Rags, and Trinket. And that will do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my story about my pet dogs. I hope it wasn't too sad, but you know, that it's part of life. It's part of life, and it's part of having pets, right? So anyway, I hope you all are having a great day. Please know that little Corbin and I love and care for you. And we thank you for stopping by and helping to make our day a very happy Dolly Day. And we hope that you are having one as well. Happiness is a choice. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video. We love you. Goodbye for now.